sadly, that is bringing us to pretty much the close, but we have just a few highlights to review with you and a few save the date reminders as well. So Claire and I will tag team.
So I just wanted to give a little update on the mentorship conversations we had at lunch yesterday. We had 2 tables of people interested in BINA possibly starting something in terms of mentorship. This summarizes kind of the high level of where we got, and if anybody's interested in being involved in developing this further or being a mentor or a mentee, you can let us know. So we talked a little bit about informal mentorship and that people tend to be mentoring people on a regular basis, their staff, students in their labs, and so on. But that formal mentorship offers a lot of advantages, such as being able to put the program on your CV. The mentees can connect with the best mentors to guide them for their career path. And if we formalize this, we can set clear expectations so that we can keep the commitments reasonable. So the idea we came up with was that perhaps BINA could start a focused mentorship group on career advancement. So we know career advancement is of interest to everybody, pretty much at all stages of your career, and having somebody to talk through that with would be really valuable. We also have an early career working group of young scientists, and so we were thinking we could maybe work with them to have them lead the setup of this group with the support of the BINA leadership. So we'll see how that evolves, but that's kind of our initial thinking based on the conversations from yesterday.
So just really to review some highlights and then some key takeaways. So during our sessions on training and education, on technology, image informatics, and core facility management, we learned that we can actually all learn from each other. We have different approaches from doing these things. So one size really doesn't fit all, but that we should be aware of what's going on. We should try and take the best from what everybody else has to offer that will apply to our communities and share our expertise and our resources as best that we can. And then on the image informatics and data management front, it is a big problem and it is often daunting, but it is something that we have to start with, and you have to start somewhere. So it's important for everybody to contribute to this discussion and to identify the solutions. So academic, industry partners, funders, and journals, we all have a responsibility here. We're generating data that could be used by others, and we need to make it available so that others can make the best use of it. It's the best thing from a financial standpoint, it is the best thing from a sort of global benefit standpoint. Then on the technology development side, you heard a little bit from Beth yesterday about on the software side of things, but we've also heard today on the hardware side of things that there are many challenges in bringing these technologies to the users who they're developing these technologies for. So they want your feedback. So it requires collaborations in order to strengthen those technologies, both in the software and the hardware front. So hopefully you have found people that you can collaborate with. That's what the network organizations are here for, to help you find and network with those individuals so that you can improve the tools that you are developing and you can share with them the practical challenges that you face. So key takeaways. Well, I think it's clear that the community networks are important. They're important because they bring us together. We lift each other up and support each other. So we can act as a community single voice and bring that single voice to the awareness of the people that can help make change. So this is from all aspects: image analysis, research data management, technologies. We have to bring our voices to, as a united community, to the folks that can make a difference. And also personal networking. So really there's no substitute for getting together in person. It helps you build those connections. But we at BINA are also committed to making sure that we bring as much of our programming to our virtual audience as well. We recognized during COVID that that is an excellent way of reaching the broadest community possible. So the sessions that we had on Zoom are also going to be recorded, and those will be available after the meeting, both for LABI and for BINA, on our websites. So if you haven't had a chance to capture all of the meeting, you have an opportunity to redo that afterwards. So we're facing big challenges, and don't underestimate the power of passionate and dedicated individuals. So we are a community. So we have to find ways to work together and share the resources that we are producing, because we want to avoid duplication of effort. There really is no point in duplicating effort. There is so much work to be done. So let's communicate so we know what everybody's doing. And if we are duplicating, let's collaborate. And if there's a gap and there's a need, let's sick people onto it and get solutions found for it. So at this point, we wanted to turn it over to the audience a little bit. So we came up with our highlights and our takeaways, and we wanted to find out from you if there were elements that came up from the meeting that you wanted to share with us. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We will be sending out a survey as well, and we really do want you to be honest in your feedback. We see that there is opportunity for improvement always. So please take the time to complete those surveys when we send them to you. And as I say, be honest with us. We want to improve. So any feedback from the audience? We'd love to hear if you've enjoyed it. I think you have. I see lots of smiling faces, so hopefully you have. But any takeaways that you have that you want to share? Lad over in the...
So I think I wanted to thank the organizers of both meetings. This was a really great learning experience. I think you should be absolutely proud of everything that has been achieved. It's been a tremendous progress over just 1 year, and there was so much done. And if we look at it, you have brought together the community across expertise, across countries. You brought together the industry, you brought in the government. So everything that we could wish for is already happening. It's gaining momentum, tremendous momentum that we can only build on. And I think it's all going in in the right direction. And there are really good things that are going to happen in a very, very near future. Thank you. Thank you.
I first want to thank Nikki, Vanessa, and everybody that make me feel so comfortable here, which was something that the hospitality, as well as the place, as well as the people and the exposure to the science here was an amazing experience to me. And I really appreciate that. And this initiative seems to be from the heart of the people that are doing that. And this is an amazing feeling for me.
Great, thank you. Oh, we have another one at the back.
Hi, Nikki and Claire and all the team, Vanessa and all the team from BINA. I just wanted to thank you again. I think that everybody's really happy with the whole meeting. But I just want to add that I'm really proud to be part of this community. I was kind of isolated in our own communities in Latin America, and I'm really happy to share spaces and ideas and my time with you. So I'm really proud of being part of this community. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we are all like on the same beat, like telling that it was a really fantastic meeting, and I feel that Labi is really also a really nice organization, and I feel that it's going to grow up more and more. I'm really happy because I think we have make a lot of contact, and you are right that being in person change everything. Yes, virtual, it's good because you can still like participate and see a lot of new technologies or new aspect of the microscopy, but being in person is like completely different. It really changed the objective. I would like also to tell a big thanks to all the volunteers that helped, so all the students that were here to help. Thank you so much. And I think that we have to do a stand ovation for Vanessa and Nikki for their work here. Thank you so much.
Well, we're still not quite done yet, but thank you. So I think something that came out of the, oh, sorry, for me was that, you know, you all wear so many different hats. You know, you're incredibly talented scientists, but then expected to figure out how to put on a workshop and sometimes even how to fund that on your own until the money comes through. And I think that recognizing that there are other people in your community that have experienced some of these things and who can share some of that experience. And as Vanessa said, you know, meetings we can help you with. If you've got questions, help us. And there are people in the audience here who can help you with your image analysis challenges. There are people in the audience who can help you with your technology development challenges. Use your network. People like to be asked for help. They really do like to be able to help. So don't be afraid to ask. And actually that goes for your institutions too. You know, they're often looking for stories. If you're trying to publicize things, make use of them. They go and say, I have a great story. I want you to share it. I think we often don't ask. We like to fight on our own because, you know, that's what we do. But reach out and ask for help. It's important.
I think everybody's already said everything I was going to say, but I just want to add to the fact, thank you so much for your hospitality. I've really enjoyed this week, made really great connections, and it's all been fabulous. And thank you for bringing us to this beautiful place and letting us experience Mexico and the culture and everything else. It's been fantastic. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank everyone here, obviously. Thank you, Mabi and BINA, for organizing this. And thank you, everyone here. I think I represent one of the students and early career scientists. I just want to say thank you all for all that you do. I get very emotional, but I think like just talking to all of you guys, I think I want to thank all of you for, you know, building this community so that the next generation like us can, you know, have paths to follow. And yeah, thank you.
Oh, I think I wasn't meant to speak, but I'm going to speak. Yeah. So obviously, thank you to Nikki and Vanessa. You're amazing in what you do, everything that you've done for BINA. And for Claire, for co-chairing it, and Kevin, for co-chairing it. And now that I've stepped down from co-chairing, I know how much work that is. So, you know, thank you, and everybody involved in BINA. But really, I want to thank particularly the local organizers. I'm looking at Dan and Chris, but everybody else, everybody in the team, again, I just want to add my thanks. All of the team here have made everyone feel so special. And I also want to thank the hotel. Everyone who works here is so nice. Everyone in the airport I met was so nice. I cannot imagine a friendlier country. And when you come from a country that's kind of like, oh, it may be dangerous to go there, it is lovely to come here and just feel so welcome. So thank you very much for everything.
Well, all I can say, Alison, is welcome to Mexico. Okay, because this, what you just said, is Mexico. This is the country, and this is the true nature of this wonderful society. I particularly want to add some thanks in that context to Armando and Oscar Burgos, who shared their beautiful images and their beautiful insect and fauna collection. And the video, which for me was actually quite an emotional moment, because if you think we're in an old building and an old place here, we are in a culture that stretches back millennia, and it's unbroken. I mean, it really is. And that you can feel those really deep roots are very, very prevalent today. So that was a real key moment for me to be able to share that with you. And I think as part of the local organizers, I really want to thank, of course, all of the speakers whose contributions were absolutely fundamental to making this meeting as useful and as helpful to everybody as we've just heard. But above all, I want to thank you, the participants. Time is precious. Time is so precious these days. And you've given your time and energy to be here, to come here. It takes an effort to come here. It takes an effort to share your experiences and be part of this. And it's critical. You know, we really need you to be here, and that's been wonderful. And it's been really important to get the two communities together. It's been so wonderful to see the Latin America community and the North American community working. All I heard all week long was conversation, the murmur of conversation going on. Having to drag people off the tables, having to say, look, we're going somewhere. I'm sorry, it's only been an hour and a half conversation, but we need to go somewhere else. You know, it was just wonderful to see this. This was my dream. And for the very nascent community we have here in Mexico, I cannot emphasize how transformative this has been to our energy and our psychology here, to have all of these top experts and young, energetic ideas, and everybody just coming together. It's really going to galvanize a transformation for our community in Mexico, and I thank you all for that profoundly. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. This one's for you.
We're still not over, sorry. So you all have pretty much preempted the rest of the slides, but we will go through them anyway. So yes, we have very many big thanks for lots of folks who have helped make this possible. So Yuri, who you will have seen rushing around, but she never stands around long enough to get in a photograph or be identified as the person behind the scenes. Yuri, Chris, and Adan have been our local representatives here on the ground, and they have been amazing. They really have made this possible. Without them, it would not have happened. So we really do want to thank you. And then the BINA and LABI organizing team. So we set on the venue back in February of this year, and we've been pretty much meeting every Friday since then to get this show on the road, so to speak. So thank you to all of the BINA and LABI organizers. And then the wonderful staff at the Hacienda. As you said, they have just been so welcoming. Nothing has been too much trouble. They just are the most gracious hosts. So it is a beautiful surrounding. We had a few technical challenges with the fact that we're working in a 16th century building and trying to bring modern technology in, but I think it went pretty well, all things considered. So thank you for your patience with that too. And again, this would not be possible without all of you, our online audience participation, our speakers, the engaging conversations we've had both during the sessions and at the tables afterwards. Really, you've made the meeting possible as well. And last but not least, CZI for believing in us and supporting us. One more. So our platinum sponsors and our gold sponsors, in fact, all of our sponsors have helped make this possible as well, and we cannot omit saying thank you to them. We really appreciate AVR Optics and Zeiss at the platinum level. and Bruker Thermo Fisher and Tissue Diagnostics at the gold level. Again, without the support of everybody, particularly our industry partners, we are not going to be able to succeed in what it is we're trying to do here. So a very big thank you to our industry partners and sponsors. And just as a final reminder, the BINA imaging contest is still open. You have until Monday of this week to get your images in. Remember, there are prizes for the top 3 images, but there's also a prize for the core facility that submits the most submissions to the contest. And you've already heard the save the date from Labby. So they request that you save the date in November. So that entire month you have to block out now, please, for Rio. And we would like you to save September the 23rd through the 27th for the BINA meeting next year in Madison, Wisconsin, where we will pick up where we left off. So thank you, everybody.